If you've watched any episodes from Jim Selva or Outlaw Speed Shop, even Deep Junk Garage, you notice that Mr. K-7 had sent them this casting to put their own spin on it. I was contacted as well by William Robinson, and he liked my work, and he wanted me to build a K-7 for him, put my own spin on it so he can add it to his collection. He asked for a candy blue paint and a new set of wheels. Everything else, I had my own creative freedom to do what I wanted. So off camera, I went ahead and drilled this big casting apart. You can see that there is the bed of the truck, the interior, the base, the glass. I'm used to building 1/64 scale cars, and this one is a little bit bigger than what I'm used to, so it was a tad bit awkward in places, but I ended up getting the hang of it and went to town. I was lucky enough to have one sent to me that was in pretty good shape, body-wise. The other guys did an unboxing video when this came in. I didn't get to do that. I didn't have enough time in my schedule. But man, he sent me all kinds of Volkswagen Bugs and Beetles and anything Volkswagen. There's like 20 something cars in there. Man, he went overboard, but you know, he's a good guy like that, so I really appreciate everything that he's done. Now we're going to use some of this citrus strip gel and see if we can strip off the paint off all these pieces. And I finally figured out where citrus strip comes from.
Slime! It's a river of slime! There's gotta be 25,000 gallons of it! It's flowing through here like a river! Man, Horn, pneumatic transit. I can't believe it. It's the only pneumatic transit system. It's still here. Okay, whoa. That's good. That's good. Hold me up.
Yep, I'm 99.9% sure that is the same stuff. There's your Ghostbuster reference there, Mr. Jim Silva. Wink. I went ahead and brushed all this stuff on there and then let it sit overnight. The citrus strip does take a while to start working, but man, when it does, it peels it all off. And here's all of our pieces of the naked K-7 from Matchbox. We got the little tailgate / ramp thing that goes on the back. And there's the body, which is in good shape, but had a whole bunch of casting lines in the front that we had to take care of. And there's the base. We're going to paint it with a pearlized black from Createx. And here's a little pro tip for you guys in the future. If you're using helping hands to paint this with, make sure you tighten down every single thing you can on your helping hands. Since we're doing a candy paint, we're going to primer the body black. So when we go with the Createx silver, it'll give it more depth. So silver is going to actually be our base color, and then we're going to go over that with a candy blue that I made from India Ink and 2K Automotive Urethane Clear. There is the 2K Urethane Clear. It is 4:1 ratio. And then I'm going to add a few drops of the blue India ink to tint the clear. Here's about 5 coats over the Createch Silver with the Candy Blue. I kept putting coats on it, making it darker and darker until I got exactly the color that I felt needed to be. I can't capture it on video for some reason, but it is an absolutely beautiful shade of blue. And I went and put some details on it. The spoiler on the top is black, and then I did some chrome details down the side. Did the tail lights, also did the vent on the side of the cab. Chromed the pillar by the windshield. Painted the little chin spoiler black. Did the handle on the side by the back doors. Then sealed it all in with about 4 more coats of the urethane 2K clear. For the tailgate / ramp, I painted it a bright red and then went over it with a copper pearl. I did this because it was originally red and the glass is yellow tinted, and I wanted it to tie in all together to go along with the blue. I think the contrast is excellent. Here's a little bit of the pearl sparkling in the sun. Gave the inside of the bed and the base a coat of black, and then after it dried I went back over it with a pearlized black from Createx to give it a little bit of extra sparkle to match all the rest of the vehicle. Then of course I went back over this with 4 or 5 coats of the 2K urethane clear to give it that extra shine. I decided to cut off some of this glass to make it look like the window was rolled down, because I got something special that you're going to want to see in the inside of it. I marked the glass to where the pillar is and then taped it off so I know exactly where I need to cut. Used my new jeweler saw to cut it straight, nice and clean. Going to check the fitment and see how it works, and it looks great. Now I'm going to use some of my chrome pen and paint the horns that was on the top. And then I painted this engine, and then I ended up not using it and using a different one. I bought some kind of little action figures at a garage sale, and they fit perfectly in the seat. So we've got William and his chick, and then we've got an engine put in the back. Now we're going to put on the Muscle Machine's rear wheels all the way around. So before to put it together, let's take a look at what we started with. You guys need to check out Jim Silva, Deep Junk Garage, Outlaw Speed Shop, and there's a whole bunch more that's getting ready to do this same K-7 challenge that William K-7 Robinson had put up for us to do. And here's the final result, my take on the K-7 by Matchbox. 1972 casting. I'm extremely pleased on how this turned out. The paint turned out good, all the details, the little driver and passenger. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, and send me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. And thank you again, William Robinson, for letting me be a part of your build collection. I really appreciate it. And you can catch me on YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.